had a label on it, mile of string. I mean, how long's a ball of string?
Mile of string.
And the kid, I reckon the kid was just wrapping it around his hand. I'm not going down.
The roving reporter.
You got 2 hours.
I'm Tom. I'm one of the diggers here, and we've got Mike, we've got Graham, Senior,
Yes.
Big John,
Junior.
Eric, and Ben. We're the skeleton crew.
And the FoWT man. Some skeleton.
We had no idea this cut was here because when we excavated the banqueting hall, it was all filled with spoil. We were just walking all over it. And then somebody decided they're going to rod in just to see how deep. And it went deeper and deeper and deeper. And we just kept going, and then we uncovered that sandstone cut. And then behind it was that brick buttress. So Tom here got a hammer and jackhammer, drilled a little hole in it, another little hole, and broke a piece of the brickwork away. And then we realised there was another chamber behind it, and after that we just tackled the corner of the buttress, and that's where we've just been in now into what we call the magnet chamber, which is underneath the magnet site. Well, Magnets was a do-it-yourself firm that used to be on there years ago, so it's now part of this new hospital complex that's being built. But we're under there now, and somewhere else to explore. All the way! It's one. My name's Eric Cope, I'm one of the volunteers, digger, guide, show people around, help out with odd jobs. I'm just a general handyman, and this is a bit of a hobby for me. I love being here. Well, I first got interested in these tunnels when I read an article in the Liverpool Echo about the threat to old tunnels from the building development. And I phoned this chap up who was instrumental in getting the article printed, and I said, what about these tunnels? And he said, well, I'm going down there on Sunday, would you like to come along and have a look? And I said, yeah, okay. So I arranged a meeting, and before we went off phone, he said, have you got any ladders? And I said, how deep are these tunnels? And he said, no, the ladders are to get over the wall. There's a massive big wall around the whole site. So I pulled up outside, got the ladders off, and like a couple of sorry about that, cut. And we pulled up outside, and like a couple of burglars, we just put the ladders up against the wall, climbed over and got in, had a little mooch round, went in the corner tunnel, which was on the Heritage Centre site. And he did mention that there was tunnels underneath the house site, which was here, but they were inaccessible at the time because the council had the place locked up. And I just took it from there, and bit by bit, we started getting more and more involved, digging and getting permission to excavate, and it just snowballed. And I've been here virtually ever since. Anytime anything's going on, I'm here. Joseph Williamson was born on the 10th of March 1769 in Yorkshire. Came to Warrington, came from Warrington as a baby and brought up in Liverpool. And at the age of 11 he found a job in a tobacco factory, and he worked his way through the business. He learned the job, he became very good at what he was doing. He married the boss's daughter, which was a good move. He managed the business, he became very rich in doing so. And he bought this area of land to build a house for himself and his wealthy friends, and he just took it from there. And he gave a lot of work to a lot of poor people. Well, Friends of Williamson Tunnels is a group of volunteers who just want to expose all these tunnels and bring them to life after they've been filled and lost for so many years, so that the people of the country or the world can come and see them. When you find something, this was completely filled with rubble right to the top. You could touch the roof here when we first came. And then a bucket at a time, we started taking it out, hoisting it up to the surface, dumping it. And eventually the spoil got to the bottom and we cleared it all out. And when we finally stood back and looked at it, we said, wow, what a job. We'd emptied that out, but look at what we found. It's amazing to find excavation like this. And we're proud of it. There's not been a single best moment. The whole idea of finding Williamson's tunnels is a eureka moment. We find another tunnel, we think, wow. We find a stone staircase, we think, wow. And we find something else, it's just wow, all the way along. And until I lose the excitement, I'm going to keep coming. And I'm here every week, and it's a hobby. It gets me out of the house. Tunnels are an important part of Liverpool's history. They're an example of the work done by an eccentric millionaire who made a lot of money in the city through the tobacco business. He employed lots of unemployed soldiers and sailors, gave them work, and he put a lot back into the city. And these shouldn't be lost. They should be preserved and perhaps opened up as a tourist attraction, a bigger tourist attraction than what they are now. We're the friends of Williamson's Tunnels. I wouldn't say we're struggling, but we're doing okay. We show lots of people around, members, but it would be wonderful to see this as a really big tourist attraction where everybody wants to come and see it. To us, it's magical. It's a labyrinth that's beyond description. It's wonderful. We love it. My favourite part of the whole site's got to be the Paddington complex. It's absolutely brilliant. You go down one level, another level, and how many more? It's just amazing to see. And to think it was all cut out by hand. And it's a good place to be. I like it. It's my favourite. Well, I'm a good lover of beer, so any beer bottle is always well worth finding, just to see who brewed it and when, and just imagine the 1800 and whatever, the labourer who drank it. And we found a lot of these ollie bottles. This was made by a fellow called Hiram Codd. He developed these bottles that were crimped in the middle and a marble in the top, and he kept the beer in them. And the idea of Codd's Wallop, because Wallop was the name for potent beer in the old days, it was very poor quality. So the word Codswallop eventually became a word in the English language. Fourth and old bottle. I sum these tunnels up in 2 words. Magical and mysterious.